Welcome to this quick tutorial on how to use the specific AI feedback and instructions in EnlightenAI. One of the most powerful features you have in our system is your ability to add custom AI instructions. When you're setting up the assignment, this first page is where you'll include things like the title, rubric, prompt, and readings. But this next page is where you can really craft the instructions you give your AI assistant and make the feedback as impactful and specific as possible. The first thing you can do is decide approximately how long you want the feedback to be. Decide a couple sentences, one paragraph, 2, 3. You can also decide the style of feedback based on a couple drop downs here, or if you want to have more custom style, you can just leave this blank. Lastly, we come here to the specific grading and feedback instructions text box. This is where you can shape your feedback to be a lot of different things. You can adjust the tone, you can adjust the area of focus, the structure, the overall style of feedback your AI system will give, everything. Think of this as a place where you can give instructions to your AI assistant the same way you would to a real human TA who's sitting next to you and you're training them how to grade. For example, if you're focused on citation format, you could include text specifying the exact MLA in text format that you want to use. I could write some text for my AI assistant that tells them exactly what citation format they should see and even gives them an example. Maybe if we want our AI to include a model sentence, we can include explicit language telling it to show students a stronger version of what they wrote. And an example of that could look like this. Lastly, another great example is telling your AI assistant which dimension of the rubric they should prioritize. For example, maybe you're really focusing on claim and thesis in this particular assignment. You can tell your assistant very clearly which rubric dimension they should focus on the most. Again, the rule of thumb here is that any instruction you would give a human teaching assistant before they graded a full class of papers, you can write here and give to your AI assistant. You can give these instructions before you start grading the assignment, and you can also make changes throughout. Let's see this in action. On this assignment, if I click on the instructions to AI assistant, you'll see that right now we're using glows and grows. And if I click save and I start grading, I'll start immediately getting glows and grows from my feedback. One thing I notice is that these glows and grows are pretty long. This might be more feedback than I want my students to get. So what I might do right here to just add to my custom instructions is give very specific parameters for my AI assistant, saying that I just want one sentence of glows, one sentence of grows, and maybe I also want to include one area to focus after those sections that will give the student a concrete suggestion of where they should focus to improve their overall writing the most. So even during the side-by-side grading, I can click options, I can click edit AI instructions, and now I'm going to add in custom instructions here that will make this really clear to my AI assistant. I'll click save and I'll click regenerate. You can see immediately that we have much more concise glows and grows. I have that one area to focus, and I've helped my AI pivot to the format and approach that I want very quickly. This is just a simple example of how you can use the custom AI instructions to your benefit. But remember, wherever you see the option to add custom instructions in Enlighten, we really encourage you to add your expertise and your preferences for exactly the tone, approach, context, and content they are looking for from your assistant. Hope this helps, and good luck using EnlightenAI.